Hello?
Yes, I missed a call from you a few minutes ago.
Hi. Yeah, this is William Dean.
Yes, may I ask who you are?
This is Lefos. And so there was a
Can you
document.
spell it? Hold on, can you spell your name? I'm trying to pull up my law firm files. Can you spell that name, Lefos?
Lephos. I just said I am Lefos. FYI. Please don't change my words.
I'm just trying to find out who you are.
Yeah, I told you I am Lefos. Now it appears that a document has been improperly served on another piece of property, and I've been requesting information about this document and this situation and trying to get clarity for quite some time.
Hold on. Do you know Catherine Moore?
I believe I do.
Can you describe who she is?
She claims to be the owner of the house that she has agreed, she's rented. She has an agreement with us to rent here.
Okay, so you're renting from her?
Yes.
Do you have a copy of your rental agreement?
Yeah, I've sent it to her. She should have sent it to you. I would assume, since you're her attorney, that she would have sent you everything. But I notice it doesn't seem that you are even following proper procedure at this point.
Well, I'm sure you don't know what the proper procedure is. However, I have gotten 30 plus folders worth of items, actually a huge data dump of items from her.
And you haven't reviewed them yet?
I have not reviewed all of them, but I do know that she's not provided a lease agreement. So if you have a lease agreement, I need you to email it to me.
Well, a lease agreement has been provided. Are you claiming that Thor Brisson does not represent her?
Okay, so let me back up. So I need you to send me a copy of your lease agreement.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Well,
and the thing is,
why do I need to send you a copy?
So I've been hired. I believe I've been hired to eject you from the property.
Okay.
So
well,
if you want to avoid ejectment, you're going to need to provide me with a lease agreement.
I have, but I also first I need first. Hey,
it doesn't matter if you
excuse me. I am here to
you
clear.
You got to provide it for me.
Okay,
okay.
So before we say I have to do something, I don't even know what you are claiming about a complaint of ejectment. Are you going to send me information regarding this so-called complaint?
Yeah. My intention is to have the court and the police come and haul you off the premises. So if you want to avoid that, you're going to need to send me a copy of your lease agreement and whatever evidence you have that justifies your current occupancy of the property.
Okay, so you're jumping ahead of the question that I asked after saying yeah, and then you answered a completely different question. So what I heard was a threat of violence because you intend to involve people with guns.
That's correct.
So now...
I am intending... it's a threat of violence with the police with guns to physically grab you, haul you off the premises, and remove all the items that you own on that premises.
Okay, so
that's the threat. I'm making that threat. Okay. And to avoid that outcome, easiest and fastest way would be to send me a copy of your lease agreement and any other evidence you have that would justify your continued occupancy of the property.
Okay, so first, before I go further, I'm going to clarify for the record that you have, in fact, threatened me with violence, and now you are under investigation. So now I'm going to ask, are you going to send me information regarding this complaint?
Probably the paperwork. So I delegate a lot of functions to paralegals, but I am presuming that the paperwork that you're talking about was service of process papers.
Okay, I don't know. All I know is somebody littered it on a property that has nothing to do with the Moors. So I can't read it.
My suggestion would be that you pick up the paperwork, open it up, read it, and then it sounds like you already have, otherwise you wouldn't be calling me.
No, actually, a neighbor took a picture of the first page and indicated that you were the one. So I can't read a document that has not been properly sent to me, and I've given instructions on how to properly send documents to me.
Okay. What instructions would you like me to have then for sending paperwork?
You email it to me.
All right. All right, what is your email address?
Programming. Your.
Okay.
Manifestations. @gmail.com.
It's got to be one of the highest vibe email addresses I've ever seen.
I'm sorry?
High vibe means enlightened. It's one of the most enlightened email addresses I've ever seen.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you recognize that. Maybe you recognize that I am one who values freedom. So if you email that document to me, I will discuss this document with you over the phone.
Awesome. And can I get, please, your first and last name?
I already told you who I am. I'm Lefos. I don't identify with fields that relate to trust accounts at Federal Reserve banks. I believe that
you're talking to the right attorney, all right? Because I like trust accounts, but I don't like Federal Reserve banks.
Oh, well, I'm surprised that you're helping them then.
I'm not helping Federal Reserve banks.
Well, instead of using a non-coercive legal system, you appear to be employed and participating in a coercive legal system. So you're literally supporting the Federal Reserve banks.
It's really more using the energy of the old system to build a new one.
Oh, I've already built a new one. Welcome to my world.
You want to describe it? Because I could probably, I probably have a grid for the value of what you're building, and I might be able to help you.
Well, you're currently under investigation to be criminally prosecuted by it, so you may get to experience it firsthand.
That's okay. I get threatened every day with things like that.
Oh, I'm not threatening you. Don't worry. It's the criminal prosecution occurs in a hypothetical operating system, so there's no threat of violence.
Well, let me go back. So what you're saying is, welcome to my system. You want to describe that in more detail as a fellow enlightened human?
Well, I'm just an individual, so you want to interact with me in a bad faith way, then it's going to be difficult for me to share the information with you, because if you keep trying to use a coercive system, then there are issues. Like, I'll point them out in this document. Have you sent the document yet?
No, not yet, but I'll share with you a little bit about coercion. To me, the best way, the most enlightened way, is to reduce contention. Okay, and so there are more enlightened ways in the future coming, which hopefully I can help bring, that do reduce the amount of contention systemically, meaning that the probability of a direct conflict between people is much reduced. All right? Implementing something like that requires resources and it requires a very high degree of adoption. All right? And we're not there at this point. Right now, we're still in old system contention process where my clients have title to the property as far as I can tell, and they don't want you on their property.
Okay, so you might still be in that old system of contention, and I'll note that there is evidence of that based upon your threat of violence that you did, in fact, issue to me.
Correct.
However, do not twist words by saying that we are in that, because if you cannot show that your claims are factually true, then those claims shall be dismissed.
So you're also in that system because if you were in a non-contentious manifested reality, you would have already changed your positioning in this world to avoid the direct conflict that's coming down now.
And what are you talking about?
So you would be more of this fluidic creature that can float around, and you wouldn't be bound to the land that you're currently residing on. You would already be moving on to some other place.
Please break down this logic for me, because it sounds like you're making a lot of assumptions.
Well, one assumption is, do you currently live on the property that my clients claim to own?
I'm sorry, have you emailed this document yet? Because now I don't know if you're just collecting evidence for the complaint or if you're having a real conversation.
Probably my paralegal has the document you need, so I'm just going to forward on your email to her to have her email it.
Okay, well, I can go over the document with you as soon as I receive it. So when may I receive this document?
And I also, if I'm understanding exactly who you are and what case it is, it's going to be a claim for ejectment. So it's going to be a petition to the district court located in Hilo to sign a writ of possession and an order of ejectment in favor of my clients.
Do you have any factual evidence that courthouse in Hilo that you refer to has personal jurisdiction over me?
I'm going to have to talk to the process server and find out if she believes that you were served.
Okay, can you explain how, even if I was, as you call it, served, how that would result in factual evidence that the Hilo courthouse has authority over me?
So here's the thing, you can't really avoid service, because all I have to do, let's say that you never get personally handed pieces of paper. Okay, all I have to do is petition the court for a motion to serve you by publication.
Okay, where are you getting this information from?
I can just run an ad in the paper and get you served personally.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right? I'm never worried about personal jurisdiction.
Okay, I'm not trying to unnecessarily interrupt you. I'm trying to stop you before you go too far along a vein of thought so that we can address something very important before I can hear what you said. Where are you getting this information?
Where am I getting what?
Where are you getting this information that you're giving me?
I'm not sure I'm following your question.
Okay, so you just started to give me information about process serving, and what you can and can't do, and I'm asking you, where are you getting that information?
This comes from, so there's court rules, and also the Hawaii revised statute.
Okay, so perfect.
Service of process.
Perfect, so let me stop you there. Do you have any factual evidence that Hawaii revised statutes apply to me?
Do you live on Hawaii dirt?
I'm sorry. I'm asking you a question. Do you have any factual evidence?
I'm answering your question.
No, you asked a question.
Are you a resident of the Big Island?
I'm sorry, you asked another question. I'm asking you, do you have factual evidence that Hawaii revised statutes apply to me, yes or no? Oh, he hung up.